Can you take that bone and go somewhere else? My goodness. When I sat down to start planning out content for this channel, I remembered having so much fun filming book tags, and so I wanted to spend like time introducing myself via these tags. And I remember doing the booktube newbie tag and how much fun that was and how many people welcomed me to the community when I did that tag. So I am going to be doing the booktube newbie tag again today for this new booktube channel. So let's get started. Why did you start this channel? The main reason that I started this channel is because I really love talking about books. It is exactly my brand. It's all I do all day long. So that's the short and sweet answer. I started this channel because I love talking about books. But if you want more in-depth, you can go over and watch my introductory video that explains my reading journey. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I always struggle during like job interviews to talk about my strengths. So I like to rely heavily on my personality. I'm sarcastic. I think I'm funny. Those are things that I think would be really fun to bring to YouTube. In particular, talking about books. I think that I feel things very deeply when I'm reading, and so that passion I think will reflect as something fun and unique that I can bring. Otherwise, I think that like one thing that I've seen heavily represented, at least in my personal YouTube subscriptions, is a lot of people talk very much about romance, and I'm hoping to, you know, still talk about romance, but I don't see on, you know, like I said, in my booktube subscriptions, a lot of focus on like thrillers, and that is what I currently have been reading the most of. So I'm hoping to talk more and bring more highlight to the thriller genre as something fun and unique to talk about. What are you most excited for about this channel? I'm really looking forward to interacting with people who share a love of books like me. I mean, I get that about once a month when I meet with my book club, but other than that, like, I feel like when I'm talking about books at work with like my colleagues and my friends at work, I feel like it's like, okay, Brittany, stop talking so much about books. Whereas on this platform, people are coming here to consume content about books, which means that hopefully y'all will love books as much as I love books, and I will not get on people's nerves. So that's what I think I'm most excited for. Why do you love reading? And again, this is something that I talk about in my introduction. I have always loved reading, and I think that the reason I love reading so much is because of the like escapism aspect. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I can go and read something lighthearted and fun and remove myself from whatever is causing me to have that bad day. And that has always been how I felt about reading. What book or series got you into reading? Again, this is something that I talk about in the introduction video that I posted. I have always been a reader, but it's like, I say the main series that got me into reading is the Harry Potter series. And then in my older years, what got me into reading was the book Old Magic that I again touched on in my introductory video. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I want to know how people feel so comfortable filming in public spaces. I know that with the rise of TikTok and everything, people are constantly filming themselves in public, but how do you do that? And what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? When I think about that, I think about people who have huge followings and how mean people can be in their comments. And I think that's what I'm most worried about. Are people going to be mean to me in the comments? Because I feel like I have a tough exterior, but inside I'm like, please don't be mean to me. I don't think I could handle that. And that is one thing that I'm very worried about. When did you start reading? I have been read to my entire life, but independently I started reading around first grade. That's when I learned how to pick up a book and read for myself. Where do you read? Short and simple, I read anywhere and everywhere because my Kindle is always with me. I read mostly at home because I don't really go very many places, but I also read at work. I will read in my car, just anywhere. What kind of books do you like to read? Right now, I am heavily fixating on thrillers. I read a lot of romance, and I also read a lot of YA. Those are like my 3 favorite genres. I also, like, if we're talking about like in terms of preference for physical ebook, audiobook, right now my preference is ebook, just for the ease of having my Kindle with me. I'm reading the Crave series by Tracy Wolff, and those books are freaking huge. I can't imagine having to cart a book that heavy around with me everywhere I go now that I have like my Kindle. I do like physical books, but yeah, right now I prefer my ebooks. What does your book collection look like? So I have the Burrow shelves, and I'm actually gonna stop this well, I'm gonna pause this in a second so I can show you my book collection. We have a little bit of emptiness going on right now on the shelves because I unhauled a bunch of stuff recently. I don't want that right there. Yeah, but I will show you my bookshelves here in a second. I have 6 Burrow shelves mounted to my walls, and that is where my books are stored right now. I will pause this so I can show you what they look like. There are gaps because I unhauled a bunch of books recently, but yeah, the premise is still the same. It's my bookshelf. That is my booktube newbie tag. What I'd like to know from you is what type of reader are you right now, or what is your current form of reading? Are we an ebook person, physical books, audiobooks? Let me know in a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ma'am, what are you doing? Oh my God.